Today, we're tackling a topic that's been buzzing around the self-improvement world for years. And frankly, it's often misunderstood, the relationship between motivation and discipline. You've probably heard the saying, if you wait to feel motivated, you'll wait forever. And while that sounds catchy, it only tells half the story. We're going to dive deep into why relying solely on motivation is a recipe for disappointment, and how understanding true discipline can unlock your full potential. Let's start by defining our terms, because this is where a lot of the confusion begins. Many people use motivation interchangeably with enthusiasm, but they are distinct concepts. Inspiration is the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something. Motivation is the reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. Behavior is the way in which one acts or conducts oneself. And discipline is a system of rules of conduct, or the controlled behavior resulting from discipline. Enthusiasm, on the other hand, is intense and eager enjoyment, interest, or approval. Think about it. When you first get an idea, that spark, that initial excitement, that's inspiration. It resonates with you because you have a reason, a motivation to want whatever it is. Maybe you want to get fit, start a business, or learn a new skill. That initial burst of energy, that feeling of, I can do this, that's enthusiasm. It's fantastic, it's powerful, but here's the crucial point. Enthusiasm is often fleeting. It's like a sugar rush, it feels good, but it fades fast. The popular idea out there is that you rely on discipline. This is because eventually motivation will wane, and without discipline, you'll quit working hard and fail to achieve your goals. But this is where the conceptual misunderstanding lies. If you don't have motivation, you cannot have discipline. Discipline isn't a long-term substitute for motivation. It's a tool. It's a self-enforced set of rules guiding your behavior in challenging, unnatural ways. There must be a reason for you to force yourself to do something you don't want to do. And that reason is your motivation. Once that reason disappears, why would you continue forcing yourself to behave in a challenging, unnatural way? You wouldn't. So, if motivation is the why and enthusiasm is the feeling, where does discipline fit in? Discipline is what allows you to act on your motivation even when the enthusiasm isn't there. It's the bridge between your desire and your action. Consider someone who goes to work every day. Very few people feel enthusiastic about their job every single morning. But they get up, they show up on time. They do what needs to be done. This is because they are motivated by the desire to pay their bills, to provide for their family, or to achieve career progression. That underlying motivation fuels their discipline. This brings us to another key distinction often confused with discipline: habit. A habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. The beauty of habits is that they require zero conscious decision-making or enforcement. Once a behavior becomes habitual, it requires little to no discipline or even active motivation to continue. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every morning feeling motivated to brush your teeth, nor do you need immense discipline to do it. It's a habit. The true power of discipline lies in its ability to create habits. Discipline is required initially to transform a new behavior into a habit. For example, if you want to start exercising regularly, the first few weeks or months will require discipline. You might not feel like going to the gym, but your motivation, for example, to improve your health, to compete in a race, will push you to go anyway. Over time, as you consistently apply that discipline, going to the gym becomes less of a conscious effort and more of an automatic routine, a habit. This frees up your mental energy and willpower for more complex decisions and behaviors. Let's apply this to something tangible, like weightlifting, as discussed by Catalyst Athletics. If you're involved in weightlifting, you're obviously motivated to get better to some degree. That degree of motivation will dictate the kind of behavior and the level of discipline you're willing to apply. The more serious you are, the more you'll structure your life around training, recovery, nutrition, and minimizing stress. The goal isn't to be perpetually enthusiastic about every single workout. In fact, you're very likely to have periods where you question why you're even doing it. But you push through because your underlying motivation, perhaps to compete, to achieve a personal best, or simply to be strong and healthy, remains. This is where the motivation won't save you idea truly comes into play. It's not that motivation is useless, it's that true change comes from systems, not feelings. Your dream doesn't care how you feel today. It cares that you show up. It cares that you consistently put in the work, even when the initial enthusiasm has faded. That consistent showing up is discipline, driven by your core motivation. So what's the takeaway? Don't confuse a lack of enthusiasm for a lack of motivation. When your enthusiasm wanes, stop and remember why you want this. Why is it meaningful to you? What value does it add to your life experience? Those reasons are still there, and they are what you use to maintain discipline. If that fundamental motivation isn't there anymore, then perhaps it's time to reevaluate your goals or move on. But for most goals worth pursuing, the motivation is deep-seated. Building habits that don't depend on your mood is the ultimate goal. It's about creating systems and routines that support your long-term motivations. This isn't about being a robot, it's about being strategic with your energy and willpower. Use discipline to forge those powerful habits, and you'll find yourself achieving things you never thought possible, not because you always feel like it, but because you've built the framework to do it. So next time you feel that dip in enthusiasm, don't despair. Reconnect with your core motivation, lean into your discipline, and start building those powerful habits. What are your thoughts on motivation versus discipline? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more insights, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.